The real reason why China is planning an invasion. Xi Jinping's aggressive international moves have raised concerns about China's expansionist ambitions, including the potential breach of the US homeland with spy balloons. However, China's greatest efforts may lie closer to home as it seeks to expand its influence in its neighboring regions. The question arises, why does China need to expand? It's not due to lack of space, as China is one of the largest countries in the world with a population of 1.4 billion. While China has a massive population, many parts of the country are not densely populated. So, is China seeking a military advantage or rare resources, or is it driven by national pride? The answer is complex and requires a historical perspective. China's borders have changed significantly over the centuries due to the rise and fall of empires and dynasties. The modern expansion of China began in the 1950s after Mao Zedong took control of the country with the backing of the Soviet Union. Mao sought to reclaim China's past territories in addition to unraveling its institutions. One key region in this expansion was Tibet, which borders Nepal and India and is the highest region on Earth. Tibet was an independent empire but fell under Chinese rule over the years. It briefly gained independence in 1913, but China did not recognize it as an independent territory. In 1951, the People's Republic of China annexed Tibet, suppressing the region's autonomy. Tibet's religious leader, the Dalai Lama, was exiled, and China has maintained control over Tibet since then, suppressing Tibetan culture and religion. China's grip on other regions, such as Aksai Chin, a disputed border region within India, has been maintained through strategic moves rather than military force. Aksai Chin is a barren and isolated high-altitude desert, but China controls it despite it being part of the larger Kashmir region. The original border was determined by a British survey in 1965, but China was not consulted at the time. China gradually asserted its control by constructing roads and maintaining a military presence in the region. China's expansion in these regions is not solely driven by historical claims or national pride. It also serves strategic purposes. Aksai Chin provides China with a vantage point to observe its rival, India, and gain an intelligence advantage in any border skirmish. In the case of Tibet, China's control over the region helps solidify its hold on the Xinjiang region, where it faces international condemnation for its treatment of the Uyghur minority. The story of Hong Kong further exemplifies China's expansionist ambitions. Hong Kong was a British colony until it was transferred back to China in 1997. China guaranteed a 50-year period of autonomy for Hong Kong, allowing it to maintain its political and economic system. However, China gradually eroded Hong Kong's autonomy, interfering with local elections and cracking down on protests. The recent COVID-19 pandemic provided China with an opportunity to further tighten its grip on the region. China's encroachment extends beyond land territories. The South China Sea has become a major point of contention, with China asserting its dominance over the entire region. China's military force and artificial island-building projects have raised alarms among neighboring countries that also claim parts of the sea. China's control over the South China Sea would bring it closer to regional hegemony, secure fishing waters and undersea resources, and potentially deter the United States from developing a military presence in the area. China's expansionist ambitions also cast a shadow over Taiwan. China considers Taiwan part of its territory and seeks to bring it back under its control. Taiwan, however, has developed strong economic ties with major powers and has become a vital player in the semiconductor industry. China's desire to control Taiwan stems from its economic and strategic advantages, including the potential to sway international consensus and disrupt global supply chains. While China's need for expansion is apparent, it is also playing a game of psychological warfare. Strategic ambiguity keeps other countries uncertain about China's intentions, discouraging them from recognizing Taiwan as an independent nation or taking bold actions. China aims to establish itself as a regional hegemon and ensure its dominance in the face of growing regional powers like Taiwan, India, and Vietnam. China's expansionist moves have been strategic and calculated, avoiding direct confrontation or large-scale wars. By keeping other countries on the defensive, China maintains its influence and attempts to secure its past conquests. However, the future remains uncertain, as China's actions may eventually lead to conflict or further challenges to the existing world order.